Gotcha. No, but seriously, did you actually believe that Kanye West would be on my vlog? Of course not. You're too smart for that. My name is Stevie Paris, and today I'm going to tell you a story about history.
In the late 80s and early 90s, sampling was at its peak in what is commonly known as sampling's golden age. At this point, the laws surrounding sampling were unclear, as sampling was a newly born technological innovation, you understand. The judicial system was still struggling with classifying sampling under the law. As producer Jim Klein put it, an associate professor at Drexel University, back in the old days, in the 80s and 90s, there wasn't a lot of legislation, so people took whatever they wanted.
Hold on a minute. I'm not sure how you feel, but that seems pretty wrong to me. Now, I'm not saying that sampling is a bad thing. In fact, I've already told you that I'm in favor of it. But there's something fundamentally wrong with people doing whatever they want with anything. It's like stealing, honestly. Back then, though, there weren't a lot of regulations on sampling. However, it's not all as bad as it seems. In fact, people in the Golden Age actually had a pretty good system going. Instead of having a legal system where you need a license to sample someone's work, as is the system of today, if someone was sampled, they would simply seek out the sampler if the song became popular, and the sampler would pay whatever fee the artist felt was fair. One of the world's most famous samplers, MC Hammer, said, "Right after I did the song, I said, I gotta pay Rick James for this. I didn't need a lawyer to tell me that. I'm borrowing enough of his song that he deserves to be compensated." However, this system has some obvious flaws to it. For one, what about artists and or bands that don't actually want to be sampled, as they feel sampling depreciates the value of their work? Do they have the right to tell a sampler that they can't use their recording? And also, what of artists that demand exorbitant rates from the sampler, who may or may not actually have that money? Because of those questions, some people were taken to court, though none of the earlier actually came to any real decision on the part of the court. One example would be the case taking Biz Markie to court in 1990. It went further than any other previous case, but just like the rest of them, it was eventually settled outside of the courtroom. But alas, such a flawed system cannot exist forever. September 2004, Cincinnati. The trial opens to the sound of the gavel, bringing the crowd to attention. George Clinton and his Funkadelics are charging the song 100 miles and running with sampling without permission. Although previous rulings in the lower court had stated that sampling was legal so long as they weren't recognizable. This was a different time and a different place. Samplers' jaws dropped all around the United States as the jury made its proclamation. Get a license or do not sample. We do not see this as stifling creativity in any way. This is a significant event. This is a big deal. For the first time in history, the court has actually made a definite ruling in regards to sampling, and it states that sampling without a license is illegal. In my next video, I'll begin to discuss the effects of this ruling and what it means for modern music. But for now, your history lesson is over, so you may sip your tea and enjoy the fire on this fine fall afternoon. See you all soon. This is Stevie, signing off.